is really a war against us all, but the secret is now out. So please, get and read The Secret War.
Pick up your phone and call right now. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
Hey, we're back on Fifth Street Sports here. We're on Sports Byline, SB Nation Radio Network. You can also find us on Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk. I'm joined today with my co-host, Oklahoma Brian. I'm Frank Perez, and for another beautiful day in Las Vegas. It's finally down in the 70s and 80s. We were in like the 100 and something. We could actually make our breakfast on the hood of our black cars here in the afternoon. But Brian, we're back, and today, we wanted to finish up a little bit because you had some really good thoughts. We had two more topics left on our better versus bookmaker, or bookmaker versus better. So how's it going out there in Oklahoma, brother?
It's good. Good day to be in Oklahoma. We have beer again in Oklahoma, which is something I couldn't say a week ago. And looking forward to a big night of sports, including Tulsa playing tonight, which I think is a kind of interesting game. And baseball playoffs starting. A lot of cool things happening right now. So should be a fun show.
Sweet. I was talking to my friends about the beer thing, and he says, "Oh, don't they just have that blackjack beer out there?" So I said, "Blackjack beer, that's that three for two." You know what I mean? So
yeah,
they call
3-2.
So in Vegas they call it blackjack beer.
I love it. Well, that's right. I love it. Just like blackjack. Yeah, that used to be the beer that we had here, and the process of phasing it out that caused the producers to stop making it. So we ran out of beer for about a week, but the beer is flowing. Temperatures are down, and looks to be a pretty good weekend.
Yep. And speaking of today, the weekend, we're going to have a great weekend. But speaking of today, we got a lot of great things lined up on the show. We're going to finish yesterday's program. We got two more little hits on that. Then we're going to start the other one that we've been planning on, Better to Better. We got a bunch of good stuff on that because I've gotten a couple of friends in trouble in my rookie years. We'll talk all about that one. Hey, but before anything, I want to congratulate Jimbo Mullins yesterday. Remember, he called that Yankee game. He said, "Oh, when they're up 7-0 or 8-1, my run and a half ain't going to matter."
I remember.
Next thing you know, I'm looking on my phone. It's the bottom of the 7-0. I said, "Boy, this Jimbo is like Miss Cleo, Very good.
Nice job.
Congratulations, Mr. Jimbo. Hey, guys, we're getting ready here for a break. When we come back, we're going to have a nice program for you. Fifth Street Sports. I'm Frank Perez. We'll be right back.
It's time to find adventure on every drive. With Pennzoil Synthetics, you get complete protection for top engine performance. And between October 1st and November 30th, you'll get travel rewards to help you on your journey. With the purchase of any Pennzoil specialty motor oil change, you can earn up to $100 in travel reward credit. Save on hotels, rental cars, and activities. Visit Pennzoil.com/travel-on to find participating locations. Pennzoil, make the switch. Travel on. Offer ends 11/30. Terms apply. Full details at Pennzoil.com/travel-on.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1780. 855-325-1780. That's 855-325-1780.
If you or a loved one is suffering from a physical or emotional condition that has left you unable to work, then listen carefully. Take this number down. 800-593-7491. That's 800-593-7491. When you call, you'll speak with a Social Security disability expert and get a free evaluation to see if you may qualify for disability insurance benefits from the U.S. government. That's right, a monthly cash payment paid directly to you from the Social Security Administration. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied disability benefits, call now. The disability attorneys at Pinnacle Disability can help you build your case, file an appeal, and represent you at no upfront cost to you. Don't wait another minute to see if you may qualify for your Social Security disability benefits. Call Pinnacle Disability Group at 800-593-7491 for your free case evaluation. That's 800-593-7491. 800-593-7491. Call now.
I'm pretty handy around the house, but now that I have kids, I don't want to spend my Saturday installing a toilet or fixing an air conditioner. But thankfully, there's HomeAdvisor. HomeAdvisor helps me find the best home pros in my area to handle any kind of project. You can read reviews of the pros, check their availability, and even book appointments online. And what my wife loves most is that HomeAdvisor is completely free to use.
Go to HomeAdvisor.com or download the free app to get started.
HomeAdvisor.
Hey, we're back here on Fifth Street Sports. I'm Frank Perez, joined with Oklahoma Brian. Also, we want to give out a nice big thank you and salute to the American Forces Network, you guys. I hope we put on an entertaining hour for you, help you guys relax. Thank you for all you do. Brian, we got two more quick little segments that you wanted to finish off, because I know they're little pet peeves of yours that we had on our show yesterday, Better versus Bookmaker or vice versa. Share those two, because I know you got a really good thing on these.
Yeah, so we went over a bunch of unwritten rules in the world of gambling related to interactions between players and bookmakers yesterday. And, you know, I'm a player, and I tend to side with players most of the time. And I think you do too. So most of those issues yesterday, we came out in favor of the player. A couple more issues today that I think are worth mentioning, and maybe we don't necessarily take the view of the player in these. So one of them is, I'm not sure what I would call this, but it's the phenomenon of, and it's less frequent now because nowadays we're a lot less likely to call bets in. No, I know 15, 20 years ago, if you wanted to make a bet with an offshore, you know, that was about a 90% chance you were calling that bet in. Nowadays, people bet on their phones, they bet on their laptops, they seldom bet over the phone. But this used to be a big pet peeve for a lot of bookmakers back in the day. Player would call up and ask for a bet, and depending on, you know, how much they were able to get from the bookmaker, you know, you'd call up and ask for an NBA total, and you'd ask how much can you get, and a lot of times players might be just kind of, you know, trying to feel around to see how much the bookmaker would take, depending on what he thought about the game, or a player maybe was trying to lock in a number for, if he was a scalper particularly, trying to lock in a number for 30 seconds, you know, while he was looking around trying to find a better number. And then ultimately the player might, when it's time to confirm the bet, and it was time for the player to give their account and password, they would kind of weasel out and say, you know what, on second thought, I don't even want the bet. And that would drive bookmakers nuts. It was a great way to, you know, to get your account shut down, or to, you know, to really flagged. Yeah. So I can't say I disagree with the bookmaker. It's not really an issue anymore. Maybe in Vegas, do you ever get in a situation where you get frustrated with the guy behind the counter taking forever to confirm your bet, and by the time he goes and picks up the, you know, the bat phone to call the supervisor, or waits for the guy Barney with the key to come over and put it in the register, that after a while you're just like, you know what, I don't even want the bet. You made me wait too long. This isn't fair.
Exactly.
And if you do that, you have the right to do that, but man, it can seriously damage your chances of getting a bet in the next time you walk up to the counter, right?
Vegas, not so much because it happens, but I know what drives one of my partners crazy. Chris is, he's in line. He's got our list of 4 or 5 games that we've already talked about. We want to get him on the line, and it's amazing how they come out of the woodworks. There's always that guy right in front of him that he's putting in $35, 8-team parlays, ties up the window for 45 minutes, and Chris, forget it. Chris just wants to put a knife through this guy's neck. And then by the time he gets away and he starts counting out his 5s, we've lost half our lines. That's one of my pet peeves in Vegas. Like, they should have a window, like $1,000 window or $2,000 window where you can go to, not have to deal with a Saturday morning 8:55 parlay guys. 8:55 a.m. parlays. That's true.
I hate that. Or he's trying to bet a horse race or something, for $8 in front of you, and that 2 minutes makes all the difference in you not getting your bet in.
Yeah, but I've hung around a lot of horse bettors. Let me tell you something about horse bettors, okay? The ones that always come back with their head down, and of course the $48 horse wins, and they go, I got shut out. Horse bettors who get shut out wanted to get shut out because they got 25 minutes to post, and why do you got to wait till they're loading in the gate to run up there and bet them, So I have no sympathy for that. Yeah. But what was I going to say, Brian? There was another one that you talked about that we really bugs us.
How about this phenomenon? Do you ever hit, say, like a big round robin at an internet, at a post-up sports book, and say it hits for 6 figures, and you're thinking, wow, this is great. I'm happy to hit this, and then you go to get the payout, and they tell you, I'm sorry, you can get $5,000 a week. That's our limit. We're going to have to. That's the most you can do. You realize, man, it's going to take me 20 weeks before I can ever collect on this.
Right.
That drives me nuts. I think that's a big violation of kind of an unwritten rule. Even if it might technically be in their rules, I just think it's kind of a weenie move on their part.
It is. I mean, like I always consider that remember that play in Casino when they had the guy flown in, the big millionaire, and he won $2 or $3 million, and he was leaving, and they didn't want him to leave, so they delayed his plane, delayed this, make him so they just kept him in the house. That's what you try to do. You win 120,000, they say, oh great, we're going to send you 6,000 a week because they want to keep you in there, see if you're going to blow it back.
Absolutely. I got one. I don't know if you remember this. I'm sure you will. Back in the old days where NetTeller was the primary means of sending money back and forth, you'd be all set trying to get your NetTellers on a Monday from an internet sports book, and this happened all the time back in the from about 2002 to about 2005, let's say, during the really big NetTeller years. You'd be all set, ready to get your ready to collect on your account, and they would tell you, I'm sorry, sir, it's a national holiday in whatever country they're in, and you'd be like, all right, never mind, I'll just ask another day. And then you try another day, and they'll say, oh, I'm sorry, sir, we do all of our banking in some other screwball country, and it's a bank holiday there,
Yeah.
Or maybe they do their customer service in Quebec, and it's a national holiday. These places were claiming all of the holidays of 4 or 5 countries. One office. They might have 20 days that were off limits for asking for payouts. I always thought that was
and talk about holidays, and then how about the holidays? See, because I'm Latin. So I know when Latins throw parties, like when I see all of my Spanish friends throwing parties, they'll start a party on a Friday night, whether it's a birthday party or an anniversary or something. That thing doesn't end till Monday morning. I mean, that party goes on 3 or 4 days. Same thing with those national holidays. Like, how many days was your Independence Day in Brazil or in in the Congo? But anyway, so now let's get to one that we're going to have now us as bettors to our other betting friends, like some of the no-nos or unwritten rules. Because I know there's one, Brian, before you go into yours, there's one that I've blown a couple times in my rookie seasons, where you go out to a lunch and you got your buddies who you didn't know that he wasn't supposed to be betting a lot, and his wife wanted to cut him down, or his girlfriend was kind of pissed at him because he's been blowing it or not paying attention to her. and you happen to mention like, oh, Jimmy, dang, what a bad beat you took on that for 3,300. And the next thing you know, you see like the mouth stop, the fork drops. And I said, oh boy. And then you know you've blown it, right?
It's like Fight Club, we don't talk about sports betting to oftentimes to wives or girlfriends, at least unless you know your buddy has given you the green light and it's okay. Some wives and girlfriends are betting themselves, but there's a lot of them that aren't happy about it, and they don't want to know their boyfriend or husband are betting. So that's a big one. Good point. What about this one?
Go ahead. Yeah, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, what about this one? You ever? This is a big pet peeve within my circle of friends. Big no-no is, let's say I know that you have a big bet. Like, let's say you have the Colts tonight, right? And the Colts are up by 7 at the end of the third quarter. You're getting 10 or 10.5, whatever the line is currently. And I call you up and I say, Frank, way to go. Nice win on the Colts.
Oh.
That is a huge no-no, right? Giving somebody congratulations on a game before it's actually final. It's like the ultimate curse.
Yeah.
That is the ultimate curse.
Yeah.
When someone says that, you know that the bet is doomed.
Yeah. Hold that thought, Brian. We'll be right back. We got to take a break. Fifth Street Sports. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Clapper, Chief of Orthopedic Surgery at Cedars-Sinai Medical Group in Los Angeles, California. Dedicated to your health, your life, and your sports. As a weekend warrior, you know about sports injuries and pain. Exercise is an important element in keeping your body's core in good shape to minimize sports injuries. But when you are in pain, there is one product that I recommend to my patients, and that is Blue Goo Gel. Blue Goo consists of a proprietary formula developed specifically for the treatment of inflammation and general muscle aches and strains. I recommend Blue Goo for my patients coping with hip and knee pain before surgery, especially bursitis and tendinitis. Give Blue Goo a try. Call 1-888-330-0123 and you'll receive a 1-week supply of Blue Goo absolutely free. The makers of Blue Goo are even paying the shipping. The number again is 1-888-330-0123. If you want more information on Blue Goo, visit online at www.dothegoo.com.
Now available at select Big 5 stores near you.
Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low Cost Airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from Resort Release, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get rid of their expensive timeshares. Once you've made that decision to get rid of your timeshare for any reason, Resort Release is offering a Better Business Bureau accredited way to legally get rid of your timeshare, guaranteed. We guarantee to get rid of your timeshare payments permanently. Even if you've tried another company to get rid of your expensive timeshare, call now and see if we can help you. At Resort Release, you don't pay anything until you're ready. If you're ready to learn how to permanently get rid of your costly timeshare, make this complimentary free call right now.
800-598-0539. 800-598-0539. 800-598-0539. That's 800-598-0539.
Hey guys, we're back here on Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline, SB Nation Radio Network. Find us on Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk. So, Brian, we were finishing up. Yeah, that's one of the super no-nos because remember, I've lived this is my 55th year in Vegas now. And you called it, man. When these guys start telling me about, oh, a nice hit, congratulations, and it's not a final, I mean, that to me, I'm like, please don't do, I don't go for that because 55 years being in, I don't know. So maybe I started gambling when I was like 14. So let's say 44 years of gambling. I mean, the only thing that they haven't shown me is a 5-legged cat. And believe me, I've seen everything in the last 2 seconds, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, 2 strikes. So that one really gets me is those guys that are chirping before it's final.
The funny thing, Frank, about that rule, I have the same rule. It drives me nuts as well. But interestingly, the opposite of that is not true. If somebody wants to tell you, "Hey, I'm really sorry. What a what an unlucky bet you have. I'm sorry about that loss," even though it actually could come back and win, that's somehow okay. To give somebody a little bit of sympathy for an anticipated loss. That's so that's a little bit weird.
Yeah, but the super no-no in this business, and I know it's got to piss you off as much as it does me. And I don't see it like older bettors know, but every once in a while when you get around enough bettors or gamblers, you'll still find that one guy, you go, are you kidding me? What are you, 18 years old? How about when you call a guy and they know you got a big bet or it means a lot to you or something, and then just like the dude, like he, and they give you a bad score. How bad is that?
That would be a relationship ender for me. That would be. There's no going back from that. If anybody ever gave me a fake score, we're not going to be friends anymore. That's a line that couldn't be crossed.
Especially on purpose, right? Especially on purpose. Now, if they made a mistake and like once in a while, the CBS Sportsline or ESPN would actually give you a bad score. So if your friend said, "Wow, you're up," it went over, and then it didn't, and he comes back and says, "Brother, I'm sorry, man. Okay, that's okay." But when they do it like as fun, like saying, "No, I was just kidding." Me too, brother. That's like. Here's
a related one to that. How about I call you up and I say, "Hey, Frank, I need a score. What's the score of the?" Let's say I asked you, "Hey, what's the Yankees score from last night?" You know the score, right? You've seen the score, but before you actually answer me, you can't just tell me the Yankees won 7-2. You have to actually come out and say, "Hey, Brian, what do you have?" Which kind of frustrates me. Like, tell me the damn score, then I'll tell you what I have on it. But I hate that guy that always has to ask that question. What do you have? He has to somehow know what your bet is and kind of pause, with that suspenseful Alex Trebek moment, where he knows that you've won or lost your bet, but he's going to draw it out for the maximum effect. Right. So that drives me nuts.
How about this Jimbo Mullins just came. Remember, he gave us a Yankees game yesterday. He says, "Thanks for the shout out, Frank. Tonight I have Brewers -1.5 +120 and Braves +165 and over 7 -120. Well, I got to tell you, Jim, I like your baseball stuff. I really do. I really like his
You've seen one play.
No, but I mean, but I like the Braves tonight. I do like the Braves tonight. Yeah. So as soon as he said that on the Brewers, I don't have too much of an opinion, but I like the Braves and over. No
argument here.
I mean, who's going Rue for the Dodgers, right? I mean,
I think that's right.
The Dodgers have been choppy. So I love the Braves.
This is a early start time too for the Dodgers, right?
Is it? I forget who the morning game is, but you know what? Which one I wanted to do, Brian? I wanted to do something right now today. You know how we usually go to the Dog Pound on Thursdays? I got a dog day afternoon set up for you, so sweet on Saturday that I really looked at this. Now when I seen these games, okay. It's like when I'm taking my 3 kids to the we're gonna get them. I promised them each a dog and everything. So I finally made the commitment to go down to the dog shelter, right, and get them one. I seen one that right off the bat, as soon as the person took me in there, I looked at him in the cage and I said, "Wrap him up. Here's my dog that I'm taking home with me right away." I mean, I don't even need to see if he's got.
Who's wrapping up dogs? That's a term I've never heard.
No, but I said
That
wrap
sounds
them up.
cool.
Wrap them up, even and then but then you've seen that like one caseworker that takes you around the thing, and you see like a dog that's got like 3 legs and blind in one eye, and then she says, oh, but his name's Lucky. I said, that's okay, that's okay. His name's Lucky.
Where are you going to adopt dogs so they wrap them up?
But here's a.
Okay, that's what I say. You mentioned Dog Day Afternoon. Here's a trivia question for you. You know the original working title for Dog Day Afternoon?
No, I don't know it.
Boys in the Bank. So hopefully that's that's foreshadowing of what you've got.
Well, here's one that I'm taking right with me. This one looked me in the eye, started wagging its tail, put his paws up. I couldn't take it anymore. I'm going to triple down on this one, okay? Triple down on 381 Kentucky plus $1.85 to $1.90. Now, you pick one, but this one I'm taking home with me right away, brother.
I like that. That's a kind of a medium size. I'd call that like a beagle. I actually like Kentucky a lot in this game, and I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago when we were talking about dark horse teams that have a chance at the BCS. I love the path of this Kentucky team. I know it is still a huge long shot. I think the last computer model I saw had them with like a 6% chance of making it. But this is a team I believe that doesn't play Alabama or LSU in the regular season. Their biggest game is November 3rd against Georgia. I think this Kentucky team is a really live dog to make it to the BCS. So no arguments there.
All right, so I'm taking that one home now. Now, which one are you taking home?
Well, this is an enormous dog. This would be like a what's the biggest dog there is? Saint Bernard?
Like a Great Pyrenees or a Saint Bernard.
Yeah, this is a dog you would not want to sit in your lap if you were. This is a dog that would not be allowed on the furniture, but I think it's got a chance. I know Clemson announced that Jeff Spicoli, their freshman wonder quarterback, is coming back and playing this week, and I think he's talented guy, 6'5", strong arm, maybe the best quarterback in football for years to come. But I'm not sold on this Clemson team. I think there's something not quite right about this Clemson team, and they're a 20-point dog. I don't know what the money line would be. It's got to be huge.
It's skinny. It's skinny for a 20-point dog. It's only 8-1. That's kind of thin, don't you think?
Yeah, I would like to think I was getting 10-1 or better, but man, this feels like a game that could be close in the fourth quarter. I kind of like Wake Forest to compete in this game.
You know what I'm going to do with this dog, Brian? I may be taking this one back, but this one I'm going to take it out of the pound, and I'm going to bet this money line dog of yours for the first half. I think in the first half they can show up. And then maybe that Clemson comes back and maybe overwhelms them in the second half. So this is the kind of dog you take home and then for a couple of days and then maybe you bring him back.
They will do that. If you ask them, hey, can I test drive this dog? Because they know if you take that dog home, there's a good chance it's staying home, right?
Yeah.
And as I found out, my wife, we have 2 dogs that came from the pound, and they were both kind of accidental. We happened to stop by the pound for whatever reason. Weren't planning on getting a dog, but once you start asking them questions like, does this dog like children, or does he get along with cats? You know what kind of answer they're going to give you, right?
Yeah.
They tell you whatever you want to hear. Oh, yes. This dog loves children. He can play the piano. Whatever you want, sir. Just please take the dog.
Yeah, that's exactly right. How about this one now? This next play of mine is a Chihuahua. It's 322 Ball State plus $1.30. They're at home. I think they can take it. I think they can take it straight up. I'm going to take some 3 also, but I'm going to take the $1.30 with Ball State. So I consider this one a Chihuahua. And let's see your next one. You're on the larger side of things here, brother. But what's your next play?
I do have a preference towards larger dogs. But your Ball State play, you have a lot of company. You know what that game opened? It opened 7. It's down to 3. So there's a lot of people dog shopping on Ball State.
Hey, look at who just came on the thing. It's John and Marie Lilly, and actually sent boy, she's hot. She's hot. It says, my guys, great pick last week. I went to the game. What are your? I guess she lives in Georgia. What are all your thoughts on the Falcons versus Steelers? What do you got on that, Brian?
You know, I think that the Steelers are not right. There's something wrong with the Steelers this year, and of course, Falcons aren't exactly knocking them down either. But you know, it's typically a tough spot for the Falcons to play on the road on grass. But the game's in Pittsburgh, right? I think Pittsburgh's like
and they're like a strong, like a strong 3.5.
Okay, all right. I've been fading the Steelers all year long. Nothing's going to stop me on that. I love fading the Steelers, and like I've said before on the show, I love betting over interactive if the Steelers fall behind, by say double digits in a game.
Me too. And then that's your take for Jonna. Here's what I got for you, Jonna. I'm with Brian all the way on this one. I really like the Falcons. In fact, that was going to be one of my puppies that I was taking home on this dog day afternoon. So we come back, we'll finish that. But I'm going to take the Falcons plus the 3.5 and plus the $1.60, I hope, on that one. So, Jonna, good luck. We're going to take the Atlanta Falcons. So you're going to get a home win. I mean, you're going to get a hometown win. But, we're getting ready to take another break. When we come back, we're going to finish this. Boy, we're sure hoping that America's Worst Bettor comes on. I doubt it. He usually takes Thursdays off. But this is Frank and Brian. Fifth Street Sports. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
If you or someone you love suffers from drug addiction, now is the time to utilize your private health insurance PPO plan. If eligible, receive up to $30,000 or more in substance abuse benefits with low or no out-of-pocket cost. We are the National Treatment Network, the premier drug and alcohol treatment referral service operating 24/7. We help connect you with facilities nationwide that accepts PPO private health insurance for substance abuse. If you have PPO substance abuse coverage and you need immediate admittance to a medical detox or residential rehab treatment center, call us now. Call our live referral helpline today. The call is free. This program is not available to Medicare or Medicaid customers.
Call 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. That's 800-296-1252.
If you are age 85 or younger, call to learn more about final expense plans from a licensed agent in the Angel Care Network. The average funeral now costs over $10,000. Are you at risk of leaving loved ones to help pay your debts? A final expense policy for seniors can pay up to $30,000 for funeral and other final expenses. You don't need a medical exam, and you can have lifetime coverage, and the policy cannot be canceled. To receive free information about final expense plans from a licensed agent in the Angel Care Network, call now. You'll also receive information about a free prescription discount card just for calling in. Agents are standing by.
Call 800-508-5774. 800-508-5774. 800-508-5774. Call now. That's 800-508-5774. It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. Call right now. That number is 800-485-6003.
Hey guys, we're back here on Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline SB Nation Radio Network. Brian, I know you got a couple more puppies that you want to talk about, even though you're on the larger side of things. I just got some info on a game. So I'm going to put this next dog that I'm taking I consider him like a husky, because those are the ones that pull people across the ice. And my next one's going to be on the Philadelphia Flyers tonight on the ice, plus $1.46 against the Vegas Golden Knights. The Knights got 2 guys out. I think they're just a twinge overrated. So I'm taking an ice dog. I'm taking a husky.
I like it, an ice dog.
Okay. Right. How about you? What do you got? Give us a few more barks.
I'm going to give you a few more barks. Unfortunately, I have nothing for the NHL, so I'm going to go back to college football. I'm tempted to take a stab at Tulsa tonight. They're starting a new quarterback, a freshman quarterback. It can't be any worse than Luke Skipper, the quarterback that's playing so far this year. I think they have a chance to compete, but they're an 18-point dog. I think they actually have a chance to win the game, but I'm gonna pick a different game. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna actually go against the team that I picked last week in our pick'em contest. Ooh. If you remember last week, I laid the points on Oklahoma State. I laid 17 on Oklahoma State. It was a great spot for a team with a lot of adversity. They were playing at Kansas. This week, though, they're home. They're playing a really competitive Iowa State team. This Oklahoma State team has a lot of problems. The coach imposed a gag order last week, didn't allow the team to talk to anyone. One of their best players announced he was transferring, doing a redshirt transfer in the middle of the year. Nobody in the locker room seems to be behind the quarterback that the coach has insisted on playing every week. I think this team's got big problems, and I think this could be Mike Gundy's last year at Oklahoma State. So I'm going to pick Iowa State they're about a 10-point dog. So what does that get me? About plus 360?
Yeah, I like that. I like that one. That one's got a great shot at barking. Here's one now. I'm going to take a little teacup. I'm going to take a little teacup terrier right now, and that's 412 San Jose State at home, getting $1.30. I think this team can win outright easily. I'm not even going to take the 2.5 or 3. I'm going to take the $1.30 here.
San Jose State, playing Colorado State.
Yep. I think they can handle it.
A lot of sharp accounts with that same bet this week, and lines moved down a little bit. Yeah, I don't. That's a little bitty dog though. Don't you want it like a dog that you could actually go throw the frisbee with? That can.
Yeah, but see, I gotta take. But I got 3 kids. I got to take 3 of them home. Like you're picking these Saint Bernards, these Great Pyrenees, and everything. I've got myself like a little beagle, a Chihuahua, and a teacup terrier. But now, so what's and then I got one more, and I know you got 2 more. What are your other 2 you like?
I will throw out. Let's see, another good dog that I like this week. I'll tell you what, a dog I like. I like this dog a lot. I like East Carolina. Lines come down a little bit, but they're playing Temple. This is a game that's going to be, this game, I think East Carolina could actually lose by 20, but I think they could win the game outright, actually win by a decent margin. I like East Carolina this week.
What is it, 12? So you probably should be getting like 450. I think you got a pretty good site this week. You're really focused in on these. I've got all your games written down. I'm going to round robin this big dog parlay, see if I can't get that bookmaker to send me $6,000 a week. Okay, here's another one. Now I'm stepping it up a little bit. I think I'm going into the Labrador area here. I'm going with 366 Nevada plus 469. They're at home against Fresno State. I think Nevada can handle these guys. They're the same. They're exactly what you said. They could probably lose by 17 or 20 or win by 14. So I'm going to take the 469 with Nevada. Hey, here's Billy Donlin. Here's Billy Donlin trying to win that shirt again, baby. He goes, picks for the 3. Jimbo should write in too. He's eligible for the shirt, and anybody else. But this is Billy's 3rd time at the dish, baby. And he's got picks for the shirt is Northern Illinois -3. Heads up versus Frank. Okay. Indiana plus 26 and 335 Missouri plus 2.5. Well, Andrew, write those down and see if we can get rid of this shirt. And hockey, too. Buffalo under 6 goals, minus $1.25. I kind of like that. I kind of like that play.
Wow, I can't believe we've already got 2 hockey plays. We're only 2 days into the season.
Yeah.
That's
But I
wild.
told you already, I got a husky. I got a nice dog going. What's your next puppy here?
I'll say on the Nevada game, I like it. I think it's a good play. And Fresno is a team that's really been feasting on a really abnormal turnover ratio. I feel like they're in jeopardy to regress. I'm going to borrow a play from Rockford early in the week. He mentioned this, I think, on Tuesday. I've been looking at this game. I'm gonna. Is that allowed? I'm gonna actually steal
Yeah,
Rockford
sure you
game.
can. Rockford
Okay,
don't
I
care.
like
He doesn't even show up. You know?
He might not even be a real guy. He could be an imaginary
No,
friend that you've thought of.
there's a lot of Rockford sightings. He's a real guy. We're trying to get a photo. Anybody that can get a photo of Rockford, send it in. We'll send you a hat and a shirt. All right, what are you borrowing from Rockford here?
I like his Old Dominion play against FAU. Everyone's waiting for FAU to figure things out. You know, it's last chance U. They've got all the spectacular athletes that have transferred from other programs, and on paper, this FAU team looks like it's loaded. But as they like to say, they don't play games on paper. They play them on football fields. And hey, FAU has been lousy this year. And why can't Old Dominion win this game as a 15-point dog? It's another, a 15-point dog would be approximately what species of dog would that be?
Oh, 15-point dog? That's going to be a German Shepherd, maybe a Rottweiler.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
But,
and you know the best part. You know the best part about big dogs, right?
No.
They don't live as long. So as a dog owner, it's nice. You can turn the. Actually, kind of serious about that.
Oh boy, that was we might get the AAACP over here calling us, wanting their shirts back. Hey, but speaking of this, we got the Colts tonight, Brian. We got a few writers that called in. They want your take on the Colts at New England, 10.5, and the total. What do you think?
Right off the bat, I love the under in this game. I think there's a good chance Gronk doesn't play tonight. Edelman's coming back from a combination of drug suspension and injury. He hasn't played in over a year. They're still trying to figure out how they're going to work Gordon into the lineup. They got rolling last week and ran out the score, won big against the Dolphins. But I've been fading the Patriots all year, and I'm not going to stop tonight. I'm not enthusiastic about betting Indianapolis, but I don't think that Tom Brady goes up and down the field and does whatever he wants. I think the under is my preferred play, and if I had to pick a side, I'd take the Colts. My
only thing that I'm playing on this game right now is going to be the over passing yards on Andrew Luck. I think they're going to be coming from behind, and maybe even from way behind in the third and fourth quarter. He should get a ton of garbage yards, and I think it's only 285. Hey, here's Angel Arroyo coming in the house. Hey guys, I was wondering what's the better play on the Houston Tulsa over 70.5?
So I mean, as a guy who follows the Tulsa program pretty close, I think they're going to open up the offense with this this quarterback. His name's Seth Boomer. He's a freshman, redshirt freshman, but freshman nonetheless. And he's a pro-style quarterback. I think you're going to see this Tulsa offense score. I think they're good for 30 points or so tonight. Right. So that should be enough to put this thing over the total. I like the over.
Me too. Angel, so we love this game over tonight. Brian, that matches 6 or 7 accounts that we snoop on. That matches them, all our sharp accounts. Also, the other game tonight, what matches is on all 6 or 7 accounts is the under. The under 55.5. So they're all on the over 70. Right. And these are all the winners, guys. These are not America's Worst Bettors. These are the guys that he snoops on, and we spy on, we steal from, we do everything we can. These are the sharp guys. Over 70, 70.5, and under 55.5 in the other college game. And my thing on the Indy game, I'm only going with Andrew Luck over passing yards.
Yeah, I can see why. That makes sense. Hey, we got a few more minutes. I'll throw this out. One of my favorite things about this time of year, you might try this. It's worked in a few books I've noticed today. So the Grand Salami, there is a Grand Salami even when there's only 2 games. I've noticed there's if if it hasn't been blocked, and it should be blocked, but it's not always blocked. You have the ability at a lot of sites when you get to this time of year, until they usually will cut it off after a couple of days into the playoffs. But you can link the Grand Salami to one of the games under or over, whichever direction you're betting the salami. So, for example, if you go under 16.5 on the salami, you could also go under the Dodgers game. That's a trick that usually works about a day or two into the playoffs,
Right.
and then it's blocked off. So early Christmas to anybody who can figure that out. It's
Right.
That's always a lot of fun.
Since we've been talking a lot about dogs, did I ever tell you this guy that was selling a talking dog?
No.
Oh, this guy's selling a talking dog. So he puts an ad out in the paper. He's got a talking dog for sale. So the guy shows up to the guy's house and says, "Hey, I heard you got a talking dog." He goes, "I certainly do. Come on out back with me. I'll show him to you." So when he walks back out to the shed, there's a dog laying there on the ground, and the guy says, "Ask him something." So the guy that came for the ad says to the dog, "Can you talk?" The dog says, "Can I talk?" He says, "I was on FBI teams, SEAL teams, reconnaissance missions. I've been with the CIA." He's going on and on. This guy's freaking out. Can't believe this dog. So when he's walking back to the house with the guy says, "Well, how much do you want for the dog?" The guy says, "Give me $10. He goes, $10? He said, "Why would you only want $10 for that dog?" He goes, "Because he's a liar. He didn't do any of that stuff." Anyways, here's Jimbo Mullins. Here's his picks for the shirt. 307, MTSU, Michigan State University, +4. 329, Indiana, +25, and 331, Boston College, +6. All right, Andrew's got all these down. Boy, we're trying to give this shirt away, Brian. And by the way, you got a nice shirt on that. What's it say there? Who are you representing today?
I believe it says Columbia.
Oh.
Yeah, I own a lot of fishing shirts, and it's not because I fish. I just like having pockets on my shirts.
Well, Andrew, like our producer said right now that you look like an offensive coordinator.
I do. I feel like Will Muschamp wearing this headset. I got to be honest.
So let's see what we got tonight. So Brian, tonight, what did you share? You like the over in Tulsa? You didn't mention anything on the other game under. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm gonna throw out one more dog since we have time for it, because I think this is a trap. It's a trap I fall for every year. Red River Shootout. Every year when the line comes out, I always think it's free money. I always think the favorite is free money, which typically has been Oklahoma. I fell for the same thing this year. I saw the opener 7.5 on Sunday night. It looked like the easiest thing, and then as the week goes on, reality sets in that the dog is so live in this rivalry every year. And sure enough, I see every sharp account betting Texas this week. Lines dropped from 8 down to 7. Probably still a good money line play on Texas.
Yeah, probably like 2. So you're taking a Red River dog, Texas +7, right? That's a good hunting dog. I'm telling you, those Red River dogs. So I like that so 250. Boy, I'm telling you, Brian, we could actually put all these dogs together and have them pull a big sled with you and me on it with a bunch of cash. You know what I mean?
It takes a lot of dogs. Yeah, let's do it.
It really does, brother. Hey, when we come back, guys, we're gonna wrap up the show. Brian's got one more comment on a nice little topic. This is Frank and Brian, 5th Street Sports. We'll be right back real shortly.
Hi, Rick Tittle here. You may know me as the sports talk host that can talk about all sports: football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, golf, tennis, auto racing, boxing, Olympics, rollerball. But this time I'm here to talk about pain. If you have pain in your knee or your back like I do, then you should know about the Health Alert Hotline. If Medicare is your primary insurance, then you could qualify for a back or knee brace at little or no charge. I have an old injury from my football playing days, and anything that can help take that pain away and make it more manageable, that has my attention. I love the free delivery, and they take care of the paperwork for you. So if you have Medicare and need help for back, ankle, knee, or shoulder pain, please call the Health Alert Hotline at 800-428-1570. That's 800-428-1570. Agents are standing by 24/7, so go ahead and call now. 800-428-1570.
Attention to anyone that's written a book or wants to write a book. The process is not that complicated. Take a first step. Even if you write a page a day, you'll build momentum and your book will become a reality. The hard part is getting it published. That's when you need to call Page Publishing. They've got hundreds and hundreds of thank yous from different new authors, just like you. They make the process of publishing your new book and getting it sold online a simple process. You can learn how simple it is right now by calling for your free Page Publishing New Author Submission Kit. One quick 3-minute phone call, that's all it takes to get free information and learn how you can get your book published. Pick up your phone right now and call us 24 hours a day at this number. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. That's 800-603-0885.
Attention business owners. Are you struggling while waiting for your customers to pay on their net 30, 60, or 90-day invoices? Can't get a business loan? Have no equity? Bad credit? Or maybe no credit at all? Then you need to call AmeriFactors right now. AmeriFactors will give you cash for your invoices and there's nothing to pay back. We simply buy your account receivables, and if those clients don't pay on the invoices, we take the loss. We give you funds based on your account receivables, not your credit. And 98% of all applicants are approved. It's that simple. With AmeriFactors, there's no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the funds up front, then we wait for your customers to pay us. Fund your business today. Call AmeriFactors right now.
800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. That's 800-847-1183.
Hey, we're back. Fifth Street Sports. You got Brian and Frank on a beautiful Thursday afternoon in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're getting ready to wrap up the show. Don't forget also, I forgot to mention the Fifth Street Sports Advantage. It's on our website at fifthstreetsports.com. We've got it linked up with Sports Insights. If you join in with us on the great selections we have, and you get a free line service from a great place, Sports Insights. Brian, so we've been, I hope we can do a lot of barking this week, brother, because I got a bunch of wolves at my door. So I hope you can bring some of these dogs in to help me out, buddy.
Yeah, I think actually I didn't realize how many dogs I liked until we started talking about them. I think this is probably a pretty good week for dogs, for some big money line dogs this week, for sure. Hey, speaking of bets, I was going to ask you. This is the it's now or never. It's my time to ask you. Baseball playoffs starting out today. Give me your pick to win the whole thing, and what kind of price do you need to get on them?
Okay, I think right now, I think the World Series should be Boston and Colorado. Okay, that's my World Series matchup. And I think with Colorado, though, now you're going to be a dog twice, 5. You're going to probably need like 9-1 on Colorado to win it all. And Boston, you could probably take down to 425, the 425. How about you?
Well, I'm not going to be rooting for Boston, that's for sure. I actually booked a big bet on a guy betting Boston, so that's my kryptonite team. I've seen a lot of models that seem to suggest that the Astros have a really good. I've seen the Astros around 25 to 30, 33% chance of winning it all, and I think you can still get them at around plus 350, maybe even higher. So I like the Astros, and if the Astros don't win their first series, I like the Indians actually out of that same series at like 10-1. I like the winner of that series.
Aren't you forgetting about the Bronx Bombers? What do you think of the Bronx Bombers over there? They got no shot.
I'm not impressed.
Really?
I'm not going to say they don't have a shot. I'll be rooting for them against the Red Sox, but I'm not betting them.
Wow. Well, there we go, you guys. You know, we've taken you a tour throughout we've even had regular dogs, sled dogs, all the dogs. You wrote them down. We're going to be round robining them. Thanks for listening to us. Oklahoma Brian, Frank, Fifth Street Sports. See you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific time.
USA Radio News.
Attorneys for Christine Ford on Thursday criticized the FBI over the scope of its investigation into her sexual misconduct allegations against Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh.